Okay, this is Joe from DexNJ.com. Installed this, I should say assembled this basketball hoop a couple days ago. Homeowner was complaining that the backboard was crooked. And sure enough, when she would send me a picture, it would be crooked to the roof line behind it. And the reason being is driveway is off by 3/4 of an inch. Trying to explain this over text or telephone is difficult, but if you're off 3/4 on the ground, by the time you get up 10 feet high, that could be thrown off inches. 3/4 on the ground can be 4 or 5 inches off at the top. So I put a block of wood under the wheel. They should really put something in the base of this, not just these bags on top. That's not enough counterbalance. With a strong wind, this will go, and once it hits the ground, you're talking damage to the backboard, possibly somebody getting hurt. But what I did was I put the block of wood underneath that wheel to get it level. I'll actually put my level on it to show that we are now dealing with something that is level. And the second thing we have is a support post that is angled forward. So again, that creates an optical illusion. You're not sure if you have it straight to the house or not. And if you have it crooked to the house, it's going to make the backboard look crooked to that roof line. So what I had to do was get my measuring tape out and make sure both corners of the backboard, give me 1 second here, both corners of the backboard from the house, from here to here, and on the other corner, have to be the same. This was off by about 2 or 3 inches. They had it turned a little sideways. So what that does is, again, it makes the backboard look crooked. We're dealing with a lot of optical illusions here. But what we have to do is make sure when they set this hoop up, if they want it to look perfectly level to their roof line behind it, they have to make sure both corners of the backboard is the same measurement away from their overhang as a point of reference. And they have to make sure their base is level, because the driveway has like a depression in it there from tires sitting, or possibly just the way the ground lays and the way it was paved. It's off 3/4 of an inch. And again, that 3/4 of an inch at the base is going to throw it off inches at the top. So now you can see with the base level and the backboard measured the same distance from each corner back to their overhang of their garage doors, we are perfectly straight. Now again, the kids knock this sideways from bumping into it, you're not going to stay perfectly level as far as the looks to the overhang. That's something you have to deal with. Every time the kids knock it out of place, you're going to want to put it back in place correctly. Unfortunately, that's just something you're dealing with when you have a movable portable backboard. Okay, we're all good here. Again, if you look at the back here, there's nothing that can be assembled incorrectly. Those bolts only go in one place, and they're very difficult to get through. They don't have any play in them that would allow for a backboard to be installed crooked, and it's just only one way for it to go together. So it's not that. You're dealing with optical illusions, and unfortunately this roof line of your house that happens to be at the same height as the bottom of your backboard. So again, I'm going to use this video for future reference if this comes up again. This is Joe, DexNJ.com. Okay, this is Joe from DexNJ.com. Installed this, I should say assembled this basketball hoop a couple days ago. Homeowner was complaining that the backboard was crooked. And sure enough, when she would send me a picture, it would be crooked to the roof line behind it. And the reason being is driveway is off by 3/4 of an inch. Trying to explain